I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I'm staying here for the weekend. I never thought this day would come. But I talked to them for an entire week, chit-chatting back and forth. They swore they sent me all their new rules and how they changed. Really kind of intrigued me. So I told them that I will check them out, and I'm a man of my word. So it's Friday, I'm here. I'm literally the first one here. They said no one else is here yet. So far, it's pretty chill. Let's see if it stays that way throughout the weekend. Hey guys, I wanted to pause this video. I'm kind of editing as we talk, but I kind of came to a realization that, you know, maybe not everybody knows what I'm talking about here, of why I say, I can't believe I'm staying here, or anything like that, or I can't believe I'm here. It's really because the Redneck Yacht Club doesn't have the greatest reputation from past issues. As you can see through these news articles, there's been some serious stuff that has happened there. There's been some controversy with the county about first responders, the call volume out there, and you know, and I say, like, I never went there, even though I've known of the Redneck Yacht Club for a while in the off-road community, just because all the stuff I see online, all the videos, all this trucks gone wild, and you know, no matter how much I appreciate women, let's say, because we're on YouTube here, they I just, you know, being a dad of two, and a lot of our off-roading adventures and our camping, we have our children with us. It's just, maybe if I was 21, no kids and single, that'd be my style. And I think it would be cool, and I'd probably be there and whatever, being reckless, but it's just not me anymore. So, but yeah, so I just wanted to kind of give some background to what I've been saying. But other than that, let's get back to the action. Well, good morning, everybody. It is Saturday morning here at the Redneck Yacht Club. We spent our first night. I am still alive, so we are headed in the right direction. We actually had one neighbor come last night. They are first timers here too. They have, I think, 2 ATVs. They asked if we minded if they tail us around or if they camped out there. They were very polite. Before they set up, they came over and asked if we minded if they set it up over there. There was no one else in the campground, but if we had a problem that they would go somewhere else. But of course we didn't care. They were nice enough to even think about asking that if they were close enough. I mean, but they're first timers here too. So yeah, besides that, I don't know if anyone else showed up or no one else was. If they did show up, I don't see them, and they weren't nice enough to ask if they could camp in this huge place. So Got my coffee this morning. It is brisk this morning. Feels pretty good. Unfortunately, our chairs are a little damp, so kids are gonna have to eat in the trailer breakfast. But yeah, so let's get some breakfast in us and then see what this park has to offer. Now, in all honesty, me and Boogie did scope out a few things, so we have some sort of idea of where things are, but Mari has not done anything, and we haven't really hit anything, you know what I mean? I didn't really want to get stuck in the middle of the woods with no other person to help us get out. So anyway, let us get some breakfast and get situated, and we do have to air Mari's tires down. Mine are already down to about 16 psi. So yeah, let us get ready and see what this place is all about. What about this one?
Oh, that's tinier.
So I know right now some of you are saying, isn't that like a mud club or something? Like the Redneck Mud Club or the Redneck Yacht Club? Yes. And I know you're probably looking at the clips saying, where's really all the mud? Guys, it's the dry season here in South Florida. We haven't had rain in I don't know how many days, probably a couple weeks. So talking to the owners, they said usually there's a lot of mud. It's just that it's been so dry lately. It is what it is. So take that into account, especially if you're coming here during the wet season. It's going to look different. But to put it in perspective, you guys, even though it's the dry season, here's what Papa Beast and Mama Beast look all shined up. And this is what they look after our experience at the Redneck Mud Club. Well, good morning on this brisk 40-degree Sunday morning here at the Redneck Yacht Club. As you can see, the Jeeps are still dirty as hell, and I'll probably be spending the next week cleaning them. Thank God I took vacation, I'm off. So, we are taking our time this morning, and as you can see, got my coffee, and kind of being lazy this morning. Kids are just laying in bed. So we're gonna take our time packing up and head home, and we will see you back at the general headquarters to go over our whole experience here. All right, everybody, it's been, I don't know, a week or two since our camping trip at Redneck Yacht Club. We wanted to do that to kind of give that our true opinion, like get rid of that honeymoon stage where everything's great, it's awesome, whatever. It gives you some time to digest and really kind of understand your experience, like really kind of reflect on it. So, I mean, I'll start with mine. I guess you could call it some biases or something like that, just because in South Florida, every location's closing down. Hard Rock up in Ocala is closing down. Lazy Springs out there in Hendry County is selling, is sold, is fixing to stop doing whatever they're doing, which we had a lot of experiences there. So the Redneck Yacht Club's really it's like the last of the Mohicans, like locally at least, unless we really want to go out of state or do a state park. But even the state parks are solely highly regulated for good cause. But for a private off-road park, I mean, they're all closing down. Old Florida in Tavares, that they stopped doing events. So I was really going in there with high hopes, especially since they were reaching out to our Jeep club and so much. So I was really going in there, really hoping for a good experience. And overall, I think I really had a good experience there. To keep in mind, though, it was a week before Christmas, and there was only maybe a dozen people there, maybe 20 at most.
Yeah, there weren't many.
So the craziness as the previous, I guess, reputation, we didn't really get it in full swing. So with all those factors factored in, I mean, but overall, I think that camping spot was awesome for us. The primitive spot. They did have porta-johns everywhere, multiple porta-johns. They had a dumpster there, even though it was like an off event, like there was no one there. So to have those things still available to you, I mean, even if you're tent camping and you don't want to do anything, I mean, that was nice. We got, we're a little bit more experienced, or have a little bit more than that, but I guess my criticism, it's not really criticism, it's more of hopes for the future, is that you definitely see that mud club, that typical redneck mud truck. You got that feel for the place, right? Like it's just like mud pits everywhere, and they do have trails, but they're you know, they're bi-directional. There's no sense of direction. There's just a free-for-all. And it's pretty cool. They got some stands there. They got the mud wash. They got a little bikini beach. So you kind of still get that feel. But I know you haven't been to Old Florida. I have, but I feel like it has the bones to be just like Old Florida. To be like a Jeepers paradise, because you know. You've heard from all the rest of Prodigy and the rest of the Jeep Club with Fred and Cliff and all of them of how well they talk about Old Florida. Yeah. So I really feel that it has the bones, and it really could be a really good place that's family friendly, which is super important to us. And to be honest, it's super important for the rest of the Jeepers. Even our friends that have kids are in college and are out of the house. I mean, they still don't want the riffraff and all that crap going in there. So, talking to Scarlett, construction companies deliver products to make a obstacle course for the Jeeps and stuff like that. I know a couple of us from the Jeep Club reached out, or hasn't reached out yet, but are willing to volunteer. I told her that. So we might be doing a collab with the owners of Redneck Yacht Club to kind of really make it a family-friendly Jeep paradise that is really fun. On the same notes, leaving there, we were talking to her about like, it shouldn't really only be Jeepers, because no matter how much Tacomas and the Jeepers and the Broncos, how much we talk smack to each other,
it's a rivalry,
we bond over a similar thing. So, and it'd be nice to have them to be able to come out, because they're part of the off-roading, population in Southwest Florida and local communities. And just to make it solely Jeeps, I mean, it's cool for us, but it's really not cool for us, because we don't really get to talk smack to anybody else. Well,
I think those who respect the trail and enjoy the off-roading community and the mudding and things like that respect the areas that they're in, that have care for nature and understanding. They want that opportunity to be able to do that, because as things close down, they're losing that too. So I think, for those who are respectful of the spaces that we're coming into, they should be able to enjoy it.
Yeah, and I mean, and you guys have to understand, though. I mean, no matter, you see those Trucks Gone Wild stuff on YouTube and stuff like that. I mean, it looks like a great party and everything like that. But as a business owner, and as they were talking to us, insurance is crippling.
The liability,
it's almost crippling them. And the Redneck Yacht Club's not even their business. Their business is they're farmers, and they just do this to little cash on the side, little this, that, this. So to be paying this amount of money, I mean, that's why all these places are closing down. Not only are they getting riffraff in that destroys their land, it's the litigation and civil lawsuits and the insurance costs that are killer. She even said that the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office refused to even provide any security because they said they don't even want to be associated with the place. So so that's when, you know, they shut down the doors. They kind of redrafted this whole new family friendly thing, and they're going full force. And to see where they just posted the other day about opening it up for DOT vehicles with, you know, 40 inches of tires or less, so receptive, because we were literally having that conversation with her, and we suggested, like, hey, just 40s and below, I mean, that should be good. You won't get these big mud boggers. And she was hesitant, right? She was kind of like, oh, I don't know, but that's showing that they're willing to.
They're listening to the feedback.
They're listening to the feedback. So, in my opinion, and I'll let you kind of go on. I'm going on a tangent, but I'll let you go. I think as a off-road community, especially a local off-road community, we should do our part in showing support for them, and them being so receptive to our feedback and our experience, where they just want to make it better. You really don't get that often, and not only that, you really don't have any other place to go. So we really want to help them stay open and keep open, and because if not, you're going to have to go out of state. You're going to have to drive 8 hours just to get to somewhere, and that's, you know, that's going to be financially kind of straining to do that often.
And it takes a lot of time, you know, the day driving up there, spending some time on the trails for a couple of days, day driving back. I mean, that's time off that we have to take in order to go and enjoy outside of the state. Yeah,
if you're a retired couple with no kids, I mean, it's not a problem for you, but for us, that's crippling for us. You know, with the kids in school and extracurricular sports and everything we like doing. I mean, that's virtually crippling for us. But yeah, how was your experience from your point of view?
So I went into it really guarded because, you know, I've heard about the Redneck Yacht Club and their reputation since we moved here in 2009. And I've never been interested in being a part of that scene or that kind of party. I mean, it sounds like a great time, but what I would hear through the media just didn't appeal to me. So I've never even considered it as an opportunity or a place to go ever until they started talking to Chris. So when we went, I had not very high expectations of it. I wasn't even sure that the trails would even be worth it. Like, I thought it was just going to be a bunch of bogs of mud, and that was it. But when we got there, and they had stayed actually because I was going to get there later than Chris, so they kept the gates open just because they knew I was coming, which was very nice of them. So I didn't have to wait to come the next day. But the campsite was amazing. I loved it a lot. It was, you know, in the trees. They did have the porta-johns if you needed that. Of course, we have our trailer, and our campsite was great. We got, you know, safe, but also, you know, opportunity just to enjoy nature and you know, have our fire going. So I really liked the sights. And then as far as, you know, what we were able to do while we were there, we were on the trails all day. We came back for lunch. We went back out. We had so much fun. My kids had so much fun. And the thing with them, the family friendly is really, really important, especially because they love being out there. They love camping. They love going in the Jeeps and trail riding. It just excites them. It's one of their favorite things to do. They ask all the time, when are we going camping again? But I want to make sure that we're in a place where they're going to be safe. We teach them, safety on the trails, and we want that to be the overall vibe of where we're going. And that was there 100%. My Jeep was just recently built this past year, and this was really the first time I'd ever taken it out. So I'm essentially learning my Jeep all over again. And because it wasn't super crowded, it was a really great opportunity for me to just test her out, see what she can do, learn her all over again. And I just loved it. The mud was just enough. It wasn't too much. There wasn't too much water, because we all know, most Jeepers, we hate driving through the water. You never know what kind of seal is going to break.
I was going to say, it's not that we hate driving through it. It's hate what driving through it costs us. The aftermath of it.
And the trails were awesome. Some of them were a little bit nerve-wracking. They got a little narrow, but we were able to get through them. Yeah, we all got stuck a couple of times, but pull each other out. We met some other Jeepers that came out that day, and then they hung out with us. I really overall enjoyed it, and there were so many different areas of it to go to and explore, and I don't even think we probably explored most of the park. I think we stayed in like some main areas, but I really enjoyed being able to just test it out, and it had enough for me to do that. Unlike like Lazy Springs, for example, Lazy Springs, I've been all over that since I got my Jeep in 2016, and it only just got built this year. So I've been essentially, aside from tires, just driving it stock, and I've been able to do most everything there. So it's not really a challenge anymore. But
they have obstacles though. I mean, I don't want to knock Lazy Springs too much. They had some obstacles and they did some things, but it is a dirt ball. There's no shaded area at all. They do have that water. They do have little water features where you can go swimming and stuff like that.
They don't have the trails though, which is what I really like.
Exactly. Yeah, our style is more trail. So it was, and we only really went to Lazy Springs really just when there was a charity event to go, you know, with Prodigy or something like that, even though it's so local to us. But, unfortunately it's closing down. I mean, I don't probably blame them. They're probably getting a premium price for that land. I mean, it sucks for us, but I mean, it's understandable why they're doing it because of liability and insurance costs, and they could cash out. I mean, I don't really blame them, but yeah, I mean, Scarlett I think she was awesome. To deal with.
Very friendly, very friendly open to feedback.
So what I would ask you guys to do is when you're reaching out, now prices, I would talk about prices, but they vary depending on the event. We paid $60 a Jeep for the whole weekend, so it is $120 for both of us. They waived the $10 vehicle fee, so and then if you want to go for a day, you pay $60 at the gate one day, and then when you leave, they give you $30 back. I think that was cool, so they don't have to hunt you down and kick you out for the weekend. But yeah, I mean, so whenever you're, if you're trying to contact them, or if you're going there and you see Scarlett, let them know. Let them know, like, hey, we saw Beast Family Adventures. We saw their video. We wanted to check you guys out. She knows us. We talk to her, frequently. We're trying to maintain that relationship, and maybe one time we'll go out there and we'll kind of work on those trails. That's what I really want to do.
I think
just because they're one way, and when you get a lot of people, you're gonna, like I told her, you're gonna run into some issues about going head on to certain trails, and
they kind of intertwine across each other, and there's no direction. Or even if we had a map, like a trail map, this is one trail, this is 2 or 3. It would make a big difference. But they're so receptive. So if you guys do go out there,
they're super awesome,
and you have ideas, share them with them. They're very open to hearing it. They want to appeal to our community. So if you have things to share for them or ideas, they are listening.
Yep, you can reach out to us. You can email us at BeastFamilyADV@gmail.com, or reach out to them. Let them know that you've seen our video and you're interested in coming, and you had some feedback. If you already went, that you had some feedback for. So when we're talking to her, she could say that she could let us know what you're all saying, and what you all, with some more feedback. So when we go and we help her with the obstacle course, and we help them with the trails, that we know what you guys like, and we can make it a really good spot for the local area. If not your local, if you're driving somewhere that you'd want to go. So other than that, we appreciate you guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit those notifications so you know when those new videos come out. We're going to try to do more and more as we go, as much as we can. We do have a couple other videos, couple ones that are coming up that might be a little controversial, but to some people, I would say, not me or you, but some people might be some controversial. But yeah, like the video, and we appreciate you guys, and we'll see you out on the trail.